Hey guys, thanks for joining me in today's video. Today is the big day. I am going to be wear testing this custom mix do-it-yourself lipstick. Here's the lipstick if you want to see how I made it. I will link that video up in the card and down in the info box. I mixed a bunch of golden, nudes, and peachy colors to come up with this like custom color. And as you can see, it's a little bit freaky looking. Smell-wise, it smells quite strong. The YSL lipstick that I mixed in here had a terrible, terrible scent. And the Celeste Color Me Gold lipstick had a really nice scent. So it's giving me kind of a soapy floral, not super strong, but I can definitely still smell that YSL lipstick. Why did they put that scent in there? I made this myself. How much did it cost? It cost about 20 Canadian dollars for the lipstick mold. It's much cheaper if you're in the States. This lipstick tube that I depotted it into was a write-off. I did not like the product that was in there before, although I did cut it out and save the product in case I want to mix more custom lipsticks. So I think that balances out to not costing anything. And then I just put in a bunch of other lipsticks that I already owned, and it cost me a couple hours labor, so overall it's not the cheapest lipstick just because of the total cost of all its parts. It is also not super stable inside the tube, so I really had to be careful and rotate it down so that it doesn't break off. Anyway, let's see what this lipstick looks like. In terms of color, I'm pretty excited. As you can see, it's definitely kind of a golden peach with definite pink tones in there. And my whole goal for this project was to melt down some of my nudes that were a little too peachy to wear, too nudie to wear, and just give them a bit of a pink hue. It's a little bit darker than I expected, and I'm a little bit worried it's kind of close to my own natural lips, which I'm not a huge fan of My Lips But Better's. But yeah, is that what you guys expected? My lips today are super, super dry. I had a lip mask on all last night, but they're still just super cracked and dry. So I'm thinking with the Celeste lipstick melted in here, which is just a bunch of oils, it's going to be really good on my lips. And actually, I was a little worried it would be a little bit too pink or too My Lips But Better, but it definitely is more on the nude side without being overly nude. The more I look at it, the more I'm really happy with this color. It's kind of exactly what I envisioned. It seems to be giving me... Oh, the lipstick is acting a little weird in the bullet there. Go down. So let's wear test this for the next 12 hours. I'm going to take this with me. Obviously, if the bullet has problems going up and down, it's going to be a bit of an issue. And the fact that it's so soft, like I'm kind of lucky I live here in chilly Alberta because I feel like the consistency is just really kind of oily and soft, like super soft, softer than a normal lipstick. So I'm a little bit worried that it might like melt over time. But anyway, not going to worry about it too much. Let's wear test this for the next 12 hours and see how well it does. It's kind of like a soft matte finish. Alright guys, it's the end of the night. My lips feel pretty bare. So reapply some lipstick. The tube was acting okay all day. Overall, I would say the lipstick, it's alright. It's not long wearing. It's a great color and a nice kind of soft matte finish. But the tube definitely does get a little bit janky. It gets a little like off-centered. Oof. And it does require a little bit of forcing to get down, which hurts my soul. So, I mean, if it's not going to act properly or easily or conveniently, I'm really not going to use it. Obviously, that's probably my fault as the constructor of this Franken lipstick, But it might also be that I added too many different formulas. I added too many soft formulas. Maybe microwaving it wasn't the best method, and that somehow changed the formulas. Like I said, the color's really great. The finish is really nice. I like the finish a lot. It does kind of have that YSL smell that I'm not crazy about. And I don't know if it's something that I'm going to reach for just because it's not the best well made. Maybe I'll stick it in the freezer for a couple days and try to like make sure everything is nice and solid and all one piece. I'll have to keep you guys updated. But let's see if we can find a dupe for this in my collection, because am I just biased that I made this and that's why I'm saying that it's such a fantastic color? Get down. I pulled out a whole bunch of like similar-ish ones from my collection that I think are nudes that might be similar. The NYX Inche Leche. Now that's actually quite similar tonally. I'd say maybe just a tiny bit pinker and a tiny bit more vibrant or bright. Let me throw some of this on right now. It's going to be a killer combo, I think. Alright, I've pretty much swatched everything in my collection. And I think the ones that are most similar is definitely this one down here, which is the NYX Push Up. The one next to it is kind of a little bit too deep, but Push Up is maybe a little bit too light. And that is Tarte Sellout's Melted Matte Lipstick. I think it's kind of a combination of the two of those colors. And then I think that the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Che Leche is also very, very similar. But I don't think I have anything in my collection that is like an exact dupe to the one that I made. What did you think of that lip color, and how do you think it compares to the other swatches in my collection? Have you tried making your own lipstick, or is that something that you would ever attempt to do in the future? What would I give this overall experience? I think purchasing the lipstick mold and kind of envisioning and planning what colors I'd mix into creating my own perfect concoction, like the idea behind it all, 5 out of 5, man. I love thinking about that kind of stuff and imagining and sorting and kind of micromanaging the whole process. In terms of actually crafting it, y'all know I had a bit of a struggle if you watched my video. I would give that a 2 out of 5. Again, if you're a more crafty person or a more hands-on type of person, you'd probably find it a lot easier than me. The actual color of the lipstick that I developed is really cool. I really like it a lot. It really was a nice pinky, peachy, but not too pink nude that wasn't too peach for me. Which makes sense because I mixed my favorite pinks with my favorite peaches to create the shade. So I think I achieved that very well. And in terms of the final product and me using it in the future, if it continues to be hard to use, I probably will not be using it. I'll do my best to kind of patch it up and get her in tip-top working shape. But it wasn't the longest lasting. I don't particularly like the scent of it. It's definitely a moisturizing, but today was like a really kind of dry lip day for me, and it didn't like fix all my problems. I should probably just stick to lip chap on days like these, but I can't say I regret trying it. I'm excited that I have this lipstick mold to do more crazy mixings in the future. I definitely think this is something that I would try again if I collect some lipsticks that I absolutely cannot use. One that comes to mind for maybe my next attempt would be something like this NYX Seashell lipstick, which is just, it looks horrible on me. Just the worst on me, especially with my dry chapped lips. So maybe I can try mixing this with the turned down color or red color or something a little bit crazy and just kind of see where my imagination takes me. So would I recommend that you try this? I don't know, you guys. You gotta commit. You gotta buy some stuff. On one hand, you have to be willing to live with the Franken lipstick that you've created. Ugh. But on the other hand, if it sucks, you can really just melt it down and create something else with it. And yeah, now I know that these 3 colors in my collection Might be colors that I was overlooking previously and end up being a really nice nudish color that I was looking for, that I dreamed of but didn't even realize I owned. Anyway guys, that is it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed this kind of fun little journey with me. If you have any other do-it-yourself video ideas for makeup, definitely let me know down below in the comments. Like I said, I'm not a crafty, hands-on type person, but I think it's really fun to kind of imagine the concoctions that you can come up with, and imagining creating a perfect glossy lipstick bullet. That would be awesome. So maybe I just need to practice a little bit more. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Thank you guys for helping me hit 3,000 subscribers. It's an awesome achievement, an awesome, amazing feeling. Once I hit 4,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, so look forward to that. Thank you so much to my patrons who help support my channel, keep these videos coming at ya. Thank you for watching and sharing, and I will see you all in Friday's beauty video. It's an exciting one. Bye guys!